So good morning and welcome to another session. Today we are going to cover chapter 5 of my book Activating Your Inner Pharmacy, which is about relationships. So relationships, you will ask me, Manish, what is the relationship between relationship and my healing? Because this book is about activating your inner pharmacy. So just anybody has any viewpoint here on how relationships can affect your healing? Anybody here? You can unmute and speak. मे बी नवनीत अंजू आंटी जो कैमरा के पास बैठे हुए हैं. पहले बात, आप विश्वास करते हैं क्या कि योर रिलेशनशिप्स कैन मेक यू सिक एंड योर रिलेशनशिप्स कैन हील यू? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू बिलीव दैट रिलेशनशिप्स डज एक्चुअली मेक यू सिक? या बलजीत आंटी?
Yeah, I think when relationships are sour, my mind is not stable. So when mind is not stable, so naturally it is going to affect my body. When a relationship is healthy, so I'm also healthy. I feel so.
Beautiful. Yes. So when relationships are sour, mentally you are unstable, and that leads to manifestation of diseases in the physical body. Beautiful, Bajit aunty. You hit the nail on the head. Yes. And at the same time, if you nurture your relationships, if you heal your relationships, your mind will become stable and healing will happen on its own. So this is the entire, like they say na, what we are going to cover in the next few spirit. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ कि एक सेशन में लेता हूँ related to health, two sessions related to health, and one related to primary food. Let's do this every week. So how many of you feel that your strained relationships has affected you in the past, your physical body or your mental health? Anybody here wants to share their experience? I know it is very personal. Okay, few people raise their hands. Yes, because of relationships it did affect your health. तो मैं पूछना चाहूंगा कि सबसे important relationship आपकी लाइफ में कौन सा है? What do you think? Which is the most important relationship that you have? Okay.
Relationship with ourselves.
Okay, what do you mean by ourself? Relationship तो आप तो
I
खुद ही हैं.
mean, how we
खुद से
talk
क्या?
to our body, how do we talk to our self organ, how we talk to our mind. I mean, our
Okay.
self talk. What
Okay.
we use, vocabulary we use for ourselves, for others.
Okay.
The vocabulary plays a very important part.
So who set this vocabulary? कौन vocabulary set करता है ये?
Obviously, our mind, our consciousness,
That's
our
a
belief
that's a very
patterns, our
that's a
belief
that's a
patterns.
that's a very textbook
Basically,
answer you're giving here.
no. The belief patterns we have by default. So our vocabulary is according to that belief patterns. By default, it comes out. So we
Okay.
have to change our mindset. Basically, we have to change our belief patterns.
Okay. पर बचपन में जो पैदा होते हैं, तो are you born with a set of beliefs or do you get it from outside world?
Yeah, but there are so many factors. So many factors. Our
Okay.
ancestors, mother, father, teachers, our surroundings,
Yes.
our
That's it.
previous birth.
चलिए उतना पीछे नहीं जाते. Let's not go into the this thing. Let's talk about this birth only. Okay. Good. This is what I wanted to say. Okay, so what happens is, yes, you guys are like very like bolte hain evolved beings, that you believe that the most important relationship that we have is with our own self. This is the most important relationship we have, because हो सकता है आपकी स्पाउस के साथ आप दिन में 10 घंटे बिताते हो, आपके एम्प्लॉयज के साथ आप 12 घंटे बिताते हो, आपके फादर के साथ आप 5 घंटे बिताते हैं, फ्रेंड्स के साथ 2 घंटे बिताते हैं. 24 घंटा आप किसके साथ बिता रहे हैं? अपने खुद के साथ. एंड व्हाट एकता वेरी राइटली सेड, जो आपके खुद के थॉट्स है, खुद के बिलीव्स हैं, खुद के जो आपके सबकॉन्शियस पैटर्न्स ऑफ थिंकिंग है, दैट इज इम्पैक्टिंग योर हेल्थ द मोस्ट. And what Ekta said is that you are your own programmer. It's very true. But the unfortunate reality is that we have given this to others. A classic example is social media. Okay. If you post a photo on social media, if you get X number of likes, you start feeling good. So who is programming your own self-image? Are you doing that, or are you letting others program your own self-image? बचपन में हम जब पैदा होते थे तो पेरेंट्स क्या सिखाते थे? व्हाट डू पेरेंट्स टीच किड्स नॉर्मली? स्कूल जाओ, स्कूल जाओ, स्कूल जाओ. तुम्हें क्लास में फर्स्ट आना है. इफ यू कम फर्स्ट इन द क्लास देन यू आर लव्ड. इफ यू फेल देन यू आर अ फेलियर. तो क्या इमेज बैठा रहे पेरेंट्स हमारे माइंड में? दैट यू हैव टू बी एन अचीवर ऑल योर लाइफ. Obviously, everybody cannot get that A rank, and everybody cannot get that first rank in the class, and we start feeling bad about ourselves, and these things manifest in the form of diseases in our body. We need to understand these things also, that how others perceive about us is affecting our health. Because हमने बोलते हैं ना अपनी डोर दूसरों के हाथों में दे दी थी बचपन से, कि हमारे फ्रेंड्स हमारे बारे में क्या बोलते हैं, हमारे माँ बाप हमारे बारे में क्या बोलते हैं, हमारे जो को वर्कर्स हैं वो हमारे बारे में क्या बोल रहे हैं, वो हमें फर्क पड़ता है, हमारी टीचर्स हमारे बारे में क्या बोलती है वो फर्क पड़ता है. दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी सैड. एंड उससे क्या होता है, अवर सेल्फ टॉक दैट इज देयर, दैट इज मोस्टली नेगेटिव. वी फील दैट देयर इज, वी आर नॉट कंप्लीट. वी लुक फॉर अदर्स अप्रूवल. हमें दूसरों का अप्रूवल चाहिए टू फील दैट कंप्लीटनेस, कि चलो आज अगर चार लोगों ने मेरी क्लास की तारीफ कर दी तो मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है, आज किसी ने कुछ नेगेटिव बोल दिया तो आई एम फीलिंग डाउन. तो व्हाट्स द सॉल्यूशन, व्हाट्स द सॉल्यूशन टू दिस? अगर हमारी बचपन से इतनी नेगेटिव प्रोग्रामिंग हुई है कि we are dependent on others for our own self worth, and now that we understand that this faulty conditioning is one of the root cause for the physical diseases that we have. So what's the solution to this? I want others to reply, not Ekta. I want others now. Because we have covered this in the past also. Maybe Anjana auntie, maybe Priya, maybe Anshu. जो भी है, who are close to the screen, please on your cameras, others. What's the solution to this? क्या करेंगे? Now there is this negative self-talk that is going on in my mind. What, how do we come to, how do we break this pattern? Anyone? It's not rocket science. Come on, there is no negative marking. Maybe Varun.
Accepting ourselves as we are.
Absolutely. Acceptance is very, very important. Perfect. So I'm getting all the right answers today. I'm glad. Yeah. Accepting our own self as we are.
Loving
Do not,
oneself.
sorry,
Loving oneself.
loving oneself. Yes, let's talk about acceptance first, because acceptance is very important. आज हम acceptance की ही बात करेंगे. Somewhere, somehow, we are blaming our own past for where we are today. आज मुझे कोई फिजिकल बीमारी थी, I was blaming my past, that because of my past actions, because I ate junk food, because I had such a negative self-talk, my parents told me this, and मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ, because of that I'm in such bad state today. So it's very important for us to understand this fact that acceptance is not only बोलते हैं ना at the mental level कि हाँ चलो यार मनीष ने बोला तो आज एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं हम जैसे भी हैं. नो, you should understand that there is a reason behind everything. कि जो भी आपके साथ आज तक हुआ है, that is not a coincidence. That whatever physical state, suppose आपको आज कोई बीमारी भी है, it's not a coincidence, it's there for a reason. And once you accept that, once you stop fighting with that, this is especially important for people who have any physical ailments here. जिसको भी कोई physical बीमारियां हैं, कहीं ना कहीं हमारे मन में एक डर होता है. We have this fear within us that कभी वो बीमारी बढ़ गई तो हमारे साथ क्या होगा, कभी if I don't get medicines, what will happen? And this create this turbulence within us, mental turbulence. I have gone through this. I had this big fear of losing myself. कि मुझे कुछ हो गया तो मेरे परिवार का क्या होगा, मेरे बच्चों का क्या होगा? And that, like, it was a negative loop. It was a downward spiral that created more trouble for me. When I went to the yoga institute, I understand the concept of acceptance. That acceptance at different levels जो हम आगे की classes में सीखेंगे. But first of all, we need to accept this moment, this reality, that whatever has happened today is not a coincidence. There is a reason behind everything that happens. Once you do that, you stop fighting with your past. कहीं ना कहीं हम इतना ब्लेम गेम खेलते हैं ना खुद के साथ, हमारे पेरेंट्स के साथ, हमारे पियर्स के साथ, दैट हम अपना बोलते हैं ना, यू आर गिविंग अवे योर पावर ऑफ हीलिंग. वी हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड एज पावर ऑफ हीलिंग. दैट व्हेन यू गिव दैट, बोलते हैं ना हम अब रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, समझ जाइए कि यू आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर योर ओन हीलिंग. एंड व्हेन यू स्टार्ट ब्लेमिंग योर पास्ट फॉर योर प्रेजेंट, when you start blaming your past for your present, that responsibility goes away. Then you feel that you are helpless, you cannot do anything now. You जो हम सोचते हैं कि डॉक्टर के पास जाएंगे तो डॉक्टर हमें ठीक कर देगा. You know how old the medical science is? कितना old है medical science? Anybody here? The doctors that we go to, this science, yeah, anyone?
100 years.
Yes, 100, 120 years only. And now what we have done, first thing when we fall ill, we go to a science which is just 1 century old. And this thing, the philosophy that we learn and the techniques that has been going for thousands of years, we take this for granted. So you understand if a बीमारी है ना, that you are responsible for it, मतलब you have the power to heal yourself. ऐसा नहीं है कि now start that blame game कि मैंने कुछ गलती करी, मेरी वजह से ही हुआ. Take the positive out of it, that you have the power to heal yourself. So start being grateful for your past. मैं तो सबको पहले यही बोलता हूँ कि be grateful for your past, be grateful for your failures, be grateful for your troubles. बिकॉज बोलते हैं ना कि कल एक जीवन जांच के सेशन में था, तो मुझे मौका नहीं मिला जवाब देने का. एक ने पूछा कि देयर इज अ लेडी कॉल्ड विंद्री सूर्य, बुआ जी बोलते हैं उनको हम. एंड उनको पूछा कि हमें आपके जैसा संत बनना है तो हम क्या करें. ओके, तो शी इज अ सेंटली लेडी. हमें आपके जैसा संत बनना है, तो मेरा मन क्या जवाब दूं. मैंने बोला स्टार्ट सफरिंग, हैव गो थ्रू ट्रबल्स एंड सफरिंग, देन ओनली यू कैन रीच दैट स्टेज. मैं तो बोलता हूँ इफ यू हैव सफर्ड इन योर लाइफ ना, यू आर वेरी लकी. यू गेट टू अंडरस्टैंड द ट्रू मीनिंग ऑफ लाइफ. Unless you go through that suffering, you cannot evolve. So let's be grateful for our past and accept the today's reality with this understanding that you have the power to heal yourself with this acceptance. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि just accept yourself as you are कि हम let go कर दे and you don't have the power. You have the power to create your own reality. And what is reality? What is reality? Reality is an interpretation. This is a very powerful statement I learned from Deepak Chopra. Reality is an interpretation. So I have the power. I have the power to think my thoughts. Agree? सबके पास power है. हम क्या सोच सकते हैं? If you learn, most of the thoughts comes unconsciously. मेरे पास थॉट आ सकता है मुझे एंकिलोजिंग स्पॉन्डिलाइटिस है, मुझे क्रॉन्स है, अगर ये बढ़ गया तो क्या होगा, अगर ये कैंसर का रूप ले लिया तो क्या होगा, कल मुझे हिप रिप्लेस करना पड़ा तो क्या होगा. इफ आई हैव दीज काइंड ऑफ थॉट्स, तो व्हाट विल हैपन टू माय फिजियोलॉजी. इज इट, am I operating from a space of hope or am I operating from a space of fear? Obviously it is fear. On the contrary, I can have this thought that ठीक है, I have this condition, there are certain precautions to be taken, I need to move every hour, I need to eat clean, I'm doing my reasonable best throughout the day taking care of myself. If I operate from this point of view, this mindset, what will happen? Certain forces will awaken within me which will give the message to my inner self that I want to heal. एक था ऑपरेटिंग फ्रॉम अ स्पेस ऑफ फियर, एक है ऑपरेटिंग फ्रॉम द स्पेस ऑफ होप. यू हैव टू जस्ट डू दैट स्विच. एक छोटा सा स्विच है जो आपको घुमाना है. सो दैट्स व्हाई व्हाट एकता टोल्ड एट द स्टार्ट ऑफ द क्लास, योर ओन सेल्फ टॉक, योर ओन सबकॉन्शियस प्रोग्रामिंग. So when I get up in the morning, if I start worrying about my future, which is very uncertain, why don't we can have hope that future will be better? Both are possible, both are possibilities, probabilities 50-50. तो why do we have to think negative about the future? And बोल रहा हूँ ना कि don't make yourself the center stage of the world. We think that we are the most important thing in the world. This is again a big myth. So I read in the book of Deepak Chopra that learn to give up some of your importance. Very important. कि ये मत सोचिए कि आपके बिना दुनिया नहीं चल सकती है. दुनिया आपके पहले भी थी, दुनिया आपके बाद भी रहेगी. You are here for 70, 80, 100, 120 years. And this world has been in existence for billions of years. And it will be in existence for billions of years after you also. So that हमें लगता है ना कि हम कर रहे हैं, I am the doer. तो relationship with the self मतलब क्या होता है? The self with which we connect. कई most of the cases में क्या होता है? We think that we are this physical body. कोई भी यहाँ पर अमर होके आया है? Anybody here who is immortal? Even the greatest of संत साधु महात्मास, वो भी एक दिन जाते हैं ये. But we are so attached to this physical self. Now let's break it down. I'll just take 5 more minutes of yours and then we start exercise. But this part is very important. If you understand this now, your attachment today will go away and your healing will start happening. So when Ekta said relationship with the own self, most of us just बोलते ना physical body तक हम stop हो जाते हैं. You stop there at your physical body. That you think that you have this disease, आपको कुछ हो गया तो आपके परिवार का क्या हो, right? मुझे भी बहुत बड़ा fear था. I had this big fear in the past that if something happened to me, who will take care of my kids, who will take care of my wife, who will take care of my business, कौन उसका ध्यान रखेगा. And that was creating more troubles for me. My reports were never normal. My CRP was always raised. There was inflammation in my intestine because of which Crohn's हो गया मुझे. And so you have to understand that you are not just this physical body. कैसे बोलेंगे मनीष? How not physical body? Now let's break it down. Let's break it down. So everybody agrees that there is physical and there is some mental part to you. इतना तो सब agree करेंगे. Or do I need to go into detail? Everybody knows that. हमने कई बार past में discuss किया ये. तो there are certain layers, बोलते हैं ना, certain koshas within us which we need to understand. That there is this physical self which you can see, but जब हम छोटे थे तो ये दूसरे रूप में था. गो टू योर मदर्स वूम, तो वो दूसरे रूप में था. उसके पहले आई डोंट नो कि जब हम मदर्स वूम में नहीं थे हम क्या थे. बट दिस फिजिकल सेल्फ इज कॉन्स्टेंटली चेंजिंग. बट दैट अवेयरनेस, जो अवेयरनेस है, दैट इज ऑलवेज कॉन्स्टेंट. तो व्हेन यू अंडरस्टैंड this fact that you are not this physical body, there is something beyond your physical which cannot be created, which cannot be destroyed. This thing is always there and we always. जब बोलते हैं ना कि किसी की डेथ हो जाती है, किसी की डेथ हो गई, तो बोलते हैं ना वो चला गया. वो चला गया, कौन गया? फिर बॉडी तो आपके सामने ही है. दैट फ्लैश, बोन्स, ब्लड, एवरीथिंग इज देयर इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. कहाँ चला गया वो? व्हाट आर वी रेफरिंग टू? व्हाट ऑल द स्पिरिचुअल टेक्स्ट रिफर्स टू द ट्रू सेल्फ, द कॉन्शियसनेस. सो जो डिफरेंट लेयर्स है, द डीपेस्ट लेयर ऑफ योर बीइंग, योर कॉन्शियसनेस, योर ट्रू सेल्फ, विच इज, बोलते हैं ना कि जिसकी कभी, जो कभी पैदा नहीं होता, जिसकी कभी मृत्यु नहीं होती. व्हेन यू कनेक्ट विद द डीपेस्ट लेयर विद इन यू, योर ट्रू सेल्फ, all that attachment drops off. So that's why we very frequently meditate on that. I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. Pure awareness I am. We'll do that today also. आज करते हैं हम. हमारा जो मेडिटेशन है, तो क्लास पैटर्न इज दैट पहला 15-20 मिनट हमें कॉन्सेप्ट डिस्कस करते हैं. नेक्स्ट 10-15 minutes we do some meditation and then we do physical exercises. So today let's meditate on this aspect. भले ही आप, many people I know would not be able to like relate to it in the first session itself, but for the time being, if you consider me as your teacher और इतने सारे spiritual texts बोलते हैं, तो सब बेवकूफ तो है नहीं जो आज पूरी दुनिया जो आज इतने जो गुरुज को फॉलो कर रही है. जैसे योगा इंस्टीट्यूट में मैंने कॉन्सेप्ट सीखा था, बियॉन्ड द फिजिकल, and there are different layers to your being. So let's just accept this fact that there is one life जो हम देख रहे हैं, physical, and there is one life which is beyond the physical. Let's not get into the words ki self ya atman ya consciousness. These are all terms because there is no way we can describe what we have not seen. So उसको हम आज awareness बोलते हैं, because awareness तो always होता है. We all were aware when we were kid, we were aware when we were adolescent, we were aware when we are adults now. We will be aware. That awareness is the constant thing now. So let's name it awareness and let's just meditate on this today. So come, just close your eyes, remove your spectacles, keep your back erect. Just sit in a comfortable position, either on a chair or on the floor. Take any meditative posture of your choice. And start by taking attention on your breath. You can close your eyes. Just be. You can take the attention to the breath, to the sounds in the environment, whatever is comfortable for you. Just be with that one sensation. If you're focusing on the breath, do not try to control the breath. Just notice. Just be with the awareness that you are breathing. Let's start with Anitya Bhavana. Whatever is there in the morning is not there in afternoon. Whatever is there in the noon is not there in evening. Whatever is there in evening is not there at night. For things are constantly changing. Then why are we so attached to this physical body, which is also ever changing? We came into a mother's womb as a fetus. Our organs took shape of a human body. We were born as an infant. Our organs started developing. We became an adolescent, a teenager, an adult. But this body is constantly changing. So why am I attached to that which is not permanent? I am not this body. I am not this mind. Pure awareness. I am. You can repeat this in your mind. I am not this body. I am not this mind. Pure awareness. I am. I am not this body. I am not this mind. Pure awareness. I am. I am not this body. I am not this mind. Pure awareness. I am. Once again, take the attention to your breath. Just notice the incoming and the outgoing breath. Just become aware of how relaxed your breathing has become after this short meditation practice. When you understand who you truly are, your true self, you drop all the attachment which is one of the kleshas, which is the root cause of our suffering. You are not meant to suffer in life. So throughout the day, repeat this affirmation in your mind. I am not this body. I am not this mind. Pure awareness. I am. And drop all the attachments that you have to this physical self, which will eventually perish one day, which is the reality. We are here on this planet for a definite period of time, not indefinite. How we spend our time on this planet is our own choice. We can operate from a space of fear, or we can operate from a space of hope, faith. It's we who give meaning to situations in life. The reality which we see today is our own interpretation. So let's take a resolve that no matter how we have lived our life till today, now onwards, we will live in such a way with the awareness that you are the true self, the consciousness. At the same time, when we look at others, don't just look at the physical body, look at them too as consciousness. Once we do that, all the kleshas, the ignorance, the ego, attachment, the likes and dislikes, and this clinging to life, everything drops away because you understand that you are not just this physical or a mental being. Once again, bring the awareness back to your breath. And just notice how your breathing has settled. We start with Om chanting. Inhale on the spot and exhaling, chant Om 3 times. Inhale. Inhale. One last time. Inhale. Join your palms in Namaste at the center of your chest. We start with a prayer. मनोबुद्धि अहंकार चित्तानि नाहम् न च श्रोत जिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योम भूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्. Be with the vibrations of the mantra. So this was from Nirvana Shatkam, which is about your true self. That I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not the 5 senses, I am not the 5 elements. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I am that consciousness. I am that consciousness. Slowly and gently rub your palms. Cup your eyes. And gently open your eyes. To end the session, I would say that our life is this Sum total of the days we live, right? So your days will turn into weeks, weeks will turn into months, months will turn into years, and this will define your life. So what is important? What should we focus on? Days will turn into weeks, weeks will turn into months. So shall we focus on the future or we shall we focus on the present? What should we do? What's more logical?
Present.
Present. So if you want to create a beautiful future, to create a beautiful present. तो my duty एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग, एक इंसान की क्या ड्यूटी होनी चाहिए? आज हम अपना जितना सुंदर बना सकते हैं, आज हम जितना खुश रह सकते हैं, आज हम किस तरह से, how we can connect to our uniqueness, how we can express our true potential as human beings. What matters is how well we lived today. Simple. Don't think about the future. Future is very uncertain, and we have been programmed in such a way that fight or flight response that is there. It always, we are programmed to think negative about the future. Okay, so let's break that pattern. Let's focus on today. Let's enjoy today to the fullest. Let's live our day to the fullest. Then see how your healing happens, how you get that desire to live a longer life. अपने आप में जागने लगेगा. And when you have that strong desire ना, the entire universe, बोलते हैं ना, entire universe conspires in help you in your healing. Then your healing happens from within. Then you don't need any doctor. Then you don't need any medicine. Why people are healing here in this class? There are so many cases here of so-called irreversible diseases. कैसे होता है? Because these concept sessions when you attend, that's why I'm very very particular about कि आप ये पहला 15 मिनट तो attend करो, आप और कुछ attend करो ना. This will help in your healing. This will activate that inner pharmacy which we all have, which is dormant. हमें उसको खाली activate करना है. And see, we have cases here. We have Vishal who has reversed his hypertension. He lost quite a bit amount of weight also. He's off thyroid medication. My wife Anshu, जो बोलते हैं कि TSH एक बार अगर high हो गया, no. She has a autoimmune thyroiditis. Still her TSH is normal without medications. Doctor told that it is unexplainable, that how it is. This cannot be explained. So don't look for reasons कि हाँ कैसे ठीक हुआ. अपने को तो ठीक होने से मतलब है, ठीक होना चाहिए. And you can heal yourself. There is no disease in the world which cannot be healed. It's we who block our own healing, nothing else. हम खुद बोलते हैं ना, we are the biggest roadblock in our own healing. Let's remove that roadblock today. Let's practice this. My request to every one of you who are going through any, नहीं भी है, don't wait for diseases to occur. Connect with your true self. It's not your own thoughts, your own perceptions, your own affirmations. Yes, that is very important. Obviously, you do your own programming, but that is the programming at the subconscious level. What I am talking about is connecting with your true self, who you truly are, that consciousness. When you do this practice regularly, amazing things will start happening with you, because रसगुल्ला मीठा तो है, but रसगुल्ले का स्वाद कब मालूम पड़ेगा? जब उसको खाएंगे. Okay, so don't worry, don't eat rasgulla today. It's not good for your health. But practice this meditation daily. I will send the recording in the group, and there are many other guided meditations that I have. वो भी मैं अपने group में send करूंगा. Do this practice. This will activate your parasympathetic nervous system when you are more relaxed from inside. बोलते हैं ना, हम जब green zone जो बात करते हैं, when you spend your most of the days in green zone, automatically you heal yourself. Come, let's start with exercises now.